If you've ever actually had a full day off, done nothing, and still felt exhausted in the morning, then this video is for you. Because what most of us call rest isn't actually helping. We scroll, we zone out, we numb, but we don't actually recover. So let's talk about what real rest looks like and why it might be the missing piece in your leadership, your business, and your life. Hi, my name's Trevor. I run a multi-award winning restaurant and cocktail bar, but for years I didn't know how to rest. Even on my days off, my brain was still stuck in service mode. I'd be watching a film but thinking about the rota. I'd lie in bed mentally rewriting the specials board or worrying about stock. I wasn't resting, I was not recovering. Eventually, my body stopped waiting for me to notice. First, I couldn't sleep, then came the anxiety, then the panic attacks. Behind the venue during a shift, locked in the disabled toilet, trying to breathe, and once terrifyingly while driving with my wife. That was my wake-up call. And one of the biggest lessons that I've learned since is that rest isn't just sleep. It's how you refill what work constantly drains. Rest isn't passive, it's personal. Real rest isn't about switching off, it's about recharging. You're not a phone that just needs to be plugged in overnight. You're a whole person with multiple systems running, and those systems all burn fuel differently. So the rest you need isn't just more downtime, it's the right kind of restoration for the part of you that's depleted. That's why so many of us wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep, because we're recovering the wrong parts. The 6 types of rest and how to actually get them. Let's go deeper into each one because knowing about them is one thing, but practicing them is another. Number 1 is physical rest. Let's start with the obvious one, but go beyond the surface. Physical rest is more than just collapsing on the sofa or getting 8 hours of sleep. Yes, those are parts of it, but if your nervous system is still braced, that sleep doesn't land the way it should. This rest is about intentionally helping your body release what it's been holding. Here are some things that you can try that might help. Stretching. Now, try stretching after long shifts, especially your lower back, hips, and neck, those areas that tighten under pressure. You could try a full body scan meditation before you go to sleep and try to notice and release tension that you're carrying. Simple breath work. Now, this one works for me. You could try inhaling for 4, exhaling for 6, and resetting your nervous system. Or taking a walk without your phone and letting your senses settle without input. If you sit but your body's clenched, you're not resting. You're just frozen in tension. Number 2, mental rest. Mental fatigue is sneaky. It disguises itself as restlessness, indecision, or sometimes even guilt. You lie in bed, physically still, but your mind's running shift reports, worst case scenarios, and to-do lists. Does it sound familiar? Here's what mental rest can actually look like. A daily brain dump. Just 5 minutes of writing down everything that's circling around inside your head. Get it out so it doesn't follow you when you get into bed. Set aside no input time. No phone, no TV, just space. Even 10 minutes of silence while making a coffee really helps. Try something soothing and repetitive like folding towels, washing dishes, or even chopping veg. Without podcasts or music, just let your brain idle. Mental rest isn't just about stopping thoughts, it's about giving your mind space to wander safely and not spiral. Number 3, emotional rest. This one's huge in hospitality because we absorb so much emotion every day. We perform all shift, we smooth over stress, and we wear that face. And then we go home and we try and keep performing. But emotional rest comes from not having to hold it all together. Here's how to access it. A weekly check-in journal, like what did I pretend I was fine about this week? Or a voice note therapy, record thoughts out loud just for you, no filter. One person in your life, a partner, a friend, or a therapist, where you can drop the act and just be messy. Emotional rest means you stop editing yourself for just a little while. And for a lot of us, that's the most exhausting part of our lives. Number 4, creative rest. Creative rest isn't about output, it's about inspiration. And we forget that in our industry, where creativity often has a price tag or a deadline. When you're always designing, fixing, inventing, you burn out that spark. Creative rest is about reconnecting to wonder without pressure to produce. Here are some options. Spend 10 minutes looking at something beautiful, nature, photography, or a gallery page. Try a hobby with zero business purpose. For me, it's 3D printing and painting. You could let yourself be bored on purpose. No phone, no plan. Let your brain just explore freely. This isn't laziness, it's how your mind refuels for the next great idea. Number 5, social rest. You probably interact with 30, 50, maybe 100 people a day, and that doesn't even include your team or your family. Social rest means either pulling back from interaction or seeking interaction that's genuinely nourishing. Try this. Maybe a solo coffee where no one expects anything from you. A night in with zero obligation to reply to texts or DMs. Or the opposite, time with someone who knows the real you, where silence is welcome and you don't have to perform. Rest doesn't always mean being alone. It means being unfiltered. Number 6, sensory rest. This is the one that people miss the most. Screens, lights, music, voices, constant motion. Especially in hospitality, your senses are like always on. That leads to sensory overload, even if you don't notice it straight away. You can practice sensory rest by taking silent breaks. No phone, no background noise, even just for 10 minutes. Turning your phone to grayscale in the evenings to reduce overstimulation. Wearing blue light glasses at night or dimming overhead lights before bed. Or just staring out of a window with no purpose. Let your eyes rest from focusing so hard. If your brain feels foggy or scattered or twitchy, it might not be tired. It might just be overwhelmed. Here's what happens when rest is missing. You wake up tired, you start resenting your business, you avoid joy because it feels like effort. You stop dreaming, just reacting. You feel disconnected from your own life. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right kind of less. Rest isn't indulgence, it's infrastructure. It holds up the version of you that can actually lead, create, and live well. You don't need a holiday, you don't need a total reinvention. You just need real rest, the kind that meets you where you are, that gives you something back. You deserve to feel good again. You deserve to feel like you again. You carry a lot. You deserve the tools and support to carry it well. You matter too. Don't forget that.